Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to solve a problem of longest substring. So we have to really pay attention to the word substring because it's not subsequence. We have to find substring. Okay, so what do I mean by that? We will get that in a moment. So first let's have a look at our example 1. We have A, B, C. Okay, and then our ABC is repeated again and our B and B is also repeated. So these are all our repeated characters. We only want non-repeating characters, or maybe we could say a longest substring of non-repeating characters, because if we take A B C A, then A is repeated. All okay, and so that's why our length of longest substring without repeating characters is ABC. And now when we have a look at our second example, we have B, 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 B and all the B. I mean 5 B's. So our answer would be 1 because our longest substring without repeating characters would be B at most. And when we have a look at here, now here we can distinguish longest subsequence and longest substring. When if our answer or our question was longest subsequence, our answer would have been 4. But since our question is longest substring, it should be a part of our string like WKE, because we also have PWKE, which would be our longest subsequence without repeating characters, but it is not a substring. Okay, because we have a W in middle. So our longest substring should be a part of our string, given string, which is WKE, and they have also explained this here. That's why we are returning 3 and not 4, because PWKE is a subsequence and not a substring, remember. And here we want a substring, which means a string or longest substring should be part of our string. That's why it is called a substring and not a subsequence. Okay, and now let's have a look at how we are going to implement it. So first of all, I will use three integer variables. Integer left is equals to 0, integer right is equals to 0, and integer max length is equals to 0, which we have to find our maximum length of our substring. And now we will use a hash set of character, sorry for that, character or set is equals to new hash set. And now we will have a while loop. While our right is less than left, and also our left is less than s dot length, because we do not want index out of bounds exception, so that's why. And now we will have a if condition. If our set does not contains, okay, if our set does not contain, because I have used a not symbol, and if our set does not contains or character s dot char at left, then we will add that character in our set. Okay, s dot char at left, and now we will increment our left pointer, and also we will take our max length to be equal to math dot max length comma set dot size. Okay, whichever might be the maximum value. And in our else condition, if our set already contains that particular value, then what we will do is set dot remove s dot char at or right pointer. Okay, and now we will also increment our right pointer, and finally we will just return our math dot max len comma or set dot size. And now let me just run the code, and we have an error. So I have to check what did I do wrong. I had to do this less than or equal to, not just less than. So sorry for that. And now let's run our code, and I think it will be accepted, and pending and accepted. Now let's submit our code, and it's being accepted. And now let's again have a look at our program. So what it's doing is, for example, if our string was a or a b c a, okay, let's assume our string was a b c a. So while our right would be both would be 0, so that's why our right and left would be equal, and our left is definitely less than or s dot length because it starts from 0. And now our set does not contain any character because initially it's empty, so it will just check if it contains a, and it doesn't, so it will add our a, and our left pointer would now become 1. Okay, and now it will point towards b. And when we come again for this loop, it will again add our b because our set does not contain b, and again we will add c because our set does not contain c either. And but when we come here a, so this is the first element which is being repeated. Okay, and now because it's being repeated, which was the our set won't contain this element. Now our right would be pointing at this element, right? Our right would be pointing at 0th element, and that's why we will just remove this element, and our string would become b c a. So our length of max length would be 3, and we would return 3. That's how our algorithm works. And if you have any doubts, I think it was straightforward and easy one to understand. But if you still have any doubts, tell me down in the comments. I will try my best to explain you, and we will meet in my next video. Thank you for watching my video.